guys? Welcome back to day 2 of Star Wars Week on the Sipcast. Today we're talking about our rankings of the Star Wars films. So we're going to give our definitive order of like which ones we like, which ones we don't like. This is not really a Mount Rushmore because there are way more movies than that. But we're just going to rate the movies, have a little discussion about them, hear Jack's opinions, hear my opinions, some of which are unpopular, some of which are popular. Let's get into it. Jack, you want to go first?
Yeah, I can. I'm kind of just gonna race through my list real quick and give a little bit of insights into why I picked what. My first movie, number one. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go reverse order, right? Going from worst to best, Watch Mojo style. All right, at number whatever. I don't even know the amount of numbers. The worst Star Wars movie, in my opinion, is The Phantom Menace. Terrible CGI. A bunch of new tech that they added from the old trilogy, even though it's supposed to be older than the original trilogy. Not a lot of consistency, made by George Lucas, who kind of loses his marbles after he makes the first 3. That's why it's the worst. Solo is next, and I think it's one of the only movies that I've went to go see like opening night in a theater and like physically wanted to leave the theater during it. I thought it was so bad. Like, as a standalone Star Wars movie, I thought it was terrible. But then you bring into the equation that like who I'm watching is supposed to be Han Solo, like was unbelievable to me because the character was not Han Solo in that movie in my opinion. And also, he had a freaking character arc that doesn't match up to anything that he goes into in A New Hope. Like he has a redeeming characteristics by the end of Solo or whatever, and it's like that's not who he is at the beginning of A New Hope. So that made me mad. Next, The Last Jedi. Last Jedi was terrible. It's so boring. I watched it the first time through. I was fine, and then the second time through I fell asleep. Like I couldn't stay up and watch that movie. It was so boring. The storyline with Poe is just nothing really. It's just like politics, and it's just so boring, and nothing really happens. Princess Leia should have died. You heard it here first. Actually, you probably didn't because everybody knows that. Let's just carry on. Actually, I'll say one good thing about Last Jedi: the fight scene with Rey and Kylo at the end.
That's what I was gonna
versus the Imperial Guards. That was pretty cool. I'll give that. But then again, Rise of Skywalker goes and pretty much destroys everything that they said happened in that movie because it was so bad. They just retconned everything. Next worst, Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones is just a pretty unremarkable movie. I don't really like the whole arc with Jango Fett. I'm sorry, Samuel, to tell you that. I didn't really like the whole arc. Didn't really interest me. When Obi-Wan went to what planet did he go to where they're making the clones? I forget.
Kamino.
Yeah, when he goes to Kamino, it just was so boring to me. They got there's some redemption in the Lego Star Wars game. At least that level's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
It's like it's all politics, and then they like at the end of the movie they're like, okay, we need to have like 5 epic lightsaber battles or whatever, and it's just. Do
you like that? You like the arena?
I didn't like the arena.
You don't like
scene.
the arena?
No,
how
thought it
was.
was.
How about Count Dooku?
I thought it was way too extra. I don't like Count Dooku as a character ever. He's too old, and he's not cool. I don't like him.
But the Emperor isn't too old?
No, the Emperor is too old, and you'll hear about that when I talk about The Rise of Skywalker. And then...
All right, carry on.
Yoda has a fight scene. It just confused me so much. Rise of Skywalker, why the heck? Like, the Emperor, like, Palpatine, Sidious, he fell into a reactor in Death Star 2, and then Death Star 2 explodes. And you mean to tell me that he survived? This is actually really funny. There's a line in The Rise of Skywalker where Poe's like, somehow the Emperor is still alive. And they're just like, oh, okay. It's like, what? No, that doesn't explain anything. It's like you just wanted to have the Emperor so bad that you forced him into the movie. Also, where the heck does he get that giant fleet of ships that are all armed with planet-destroying weapons? That makes no sense. Rise of Skywalker is bad. You heard it here first. Revenge of the Sith. It was good. I mean, it wasn't amazing. I didn't think. It's a good way to see Anakin turning. There's some good fight scenes in there with Obi-Wan and General Grievous. I do like the arc of Anakin killing Count Dooku, mainly because I didn't like Count Dooku at all. Second off, he kills him in a really cool way with both of the lightsabers and slices his head off. But you also see like the internal battle there. The ending fight scene, which is pretty much the Lion King, but with lightsabers. Really emotional. You do learn a lot of life lessons. Never attack somebody who has the high ground. But yeah, I think it was a good.
Don't attack a pregnant woman.
True. Don't attack a pregnant woman. It's Anakin's fault that Padme dies. I hated that. That was so bad. Also, I feel like Padme could have survived with all the technology they had in there and like the 5 different droids.
It's a broken heart. It's a broken heart. She loses the will to live, Jack.
Whatever. I don't care. Anyways, next, The Force Awakens. It's a great movie. I liked it a lot. I like the new characters of Finn. BB-8's cool. Rey's cool. Bringing back some oldies with Leia and Han Solo. But you got to remember, it's like
Chewbacca.
Yeah, Chewbacca. It's a complete just repeat of A New Hope. Like, they have a droid that has the information that they need to destroy. It's a Death Star. I don't care. Starkiller Base is a Death Star, so you can say what you want about it. But it was good. It was really fun, especially since it was the first Star Wars movie in a long time, and it brought back some old characters that we haven't seen in a long time. So that was fun. Return of the Jedi is next for me. I actually have some nostalgia for this one because I used to watch this movie every single day, while in the morning while I would eat frozen yogurt. Jabba is cool. I like Jabba in this movie. I don't know. I just kind of liked him as a bad guy at the beginning of the movie. Han Solo's frozen. Everything seems to be lost. Lando's in it. He comes back and kind of helps everybody out. Some cool scenes with Luke in front of the Sarlacc pit when he jumps off the diving board. I'm going to call it a diving board, even though it's a plane. He jumps off the diving board and does like a cool diving board trick that I always wanted to do off a diving board into a pool. Some great internal struggles for Luke when he's deciding between joining his father or not. Great scenes with the Ewoks. Indoor fight scene is amazing. Let's see what else. Darth Vader's redemption is a cool arc, and also him killing Sidious because he threw him in a freaking reactor and the whole freaking Death Star 2 exploded. That was cool. Also, I feel like you bringing back Sidious kind of diminishes Darth Vader doing that, because it's like Darth Vader sacrificed himself to kill the Emperor. But wait, the Emperor is not dead.
We'll get to that, Jack.
The Emperor's not... Okay,
Hold
whatever.
your horses. We'll talk about it.
Anyways.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Tune in later in the week for that.
True. I'm going to rip it to shreds. Rogue One, great story, great new characters. K2SO is hilarious. Yeah, just a really cool ensemble cast. Forrest Whitaker does a great job. Very emotional ending. Everybody knew it was going to happen, but it still kind of surprised you anyways. Yeah, I'm excited for the new Disney Plus show that's going to come out with those characters. Not really.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, not really a ton else I have to say about that, but I thought it was really good. And then next I have a tentative Mandalorian. I guess we're not doing TV shows, but that's where I would put the Mandalorian, and I'll go on from there. And then I have the OG and New Hope. Really amazing, groundbreaking, just an innovative movie that had never been seen before, or something like that. The way that it's made, where George Lucas came up with this story with the references to the Clone Wars and a bunch of stuff that happened in the past, so he could go back, is just crazy. I just have nostalgia of them dressing up as clone troopers and going through Death Star 1. I think that's it. Or were they on the Star Destroyer? I don't know. I just remember that. Also, that's like the
Death
first...
Star, yeah.
It's like one of the first scenes you play in the second Lego Star Wars game. with Darth Vader invading the ship. You just like it introduced the characters so bad. You knew Darth Vader was terrible. Luke was a bratty little kid, and he just wanted to go to Tashi Station and
To pick up some power converters.
power converters. Yeah, I loved Old Ben in that movie. Tatooine is a cool planet. Uncle Owen is the most underrated character in Star Wars. Going on to my next is
Oh my gosh.
my number one is Empire, and I think that I think everybody's number one will probably be Empire. So much emotions. Hoth battle is amazing. The giant twist of Darth Vader being Luke's father, him cutting off Luke's arm, the ending going straight into the last one. Great movie. Don't have any complaints about that one. Lando, Boba Fett, you get introduced to all these characters. Cloud City is one of the coolest Star Wars places that they visit. Can't complain.
All right. I respect that list, Jack. I guess I'll preface before I go into my list. I'll do the same order as Jack, so I'll start with my least favorite and work to my favorite. I guess if we had to pinpoint, Jack would probably be the bad cop and I would be the good cop. Guys, I'm so in love with Star Wars. Even the ones that I hate, I definitely don't hate as much as Jack hates them. I'm really happy with the saga as a whole. And so, like, even my least favorite, like, I'd still probably watch a good amount. Would you say that's a fair, like, I don't know, disclaimer to put, Jack?
Yeah, I guess that is because like I know for sure that I guess I'd watch Last Jedi again. Don't think I would. Phantom Menace is kind of just a meme movie to watch, but I would definitely never watch Solo again.
Okay. So yeah, I'm very passionate, but I'm not as passionate in my dislikes as Jack is. I'm just very happy for the most part. But I'll go through mine real quick. Okay. So my least favorite's The Last Jedi for pretty similar reasons that you said, Jack. I think for me, the thing that like really hurt my heart, and like I've come to terms with it a little bit, is just like I was so ready to see Luke Skywalker, the Master Jedi. Like as a young boy, I've always wondered, okay, after Return of the Jedi, what does he look like? What does he look like as just like a Grand Master of the Jedi Order? And then he takes that lightsaber and he throws it over his shoulder, and that just like broke my heart. And they try and like fix that again, and don't they try and fix that in Rise of Skywalker? I feel like he like catches it or something like that. I don't know what happens. Somehow they try and fix that, but anyway, that just really hurt me. I just it's just kind of a filler movie. I feel like honestly I could jump from Force Awakens to Rise of Skywalker pretty easily with just like seeing the final battle with Rey and Kylo Ren and Supreme Leader Snoke. Next is Solo. I don't even dislike Solo that much. I'm pretty happy with the Darth Maul cameo in the end. I really appreciate that like they tied his story arc from Clone Wars and the Crimson Dawn crime syndicate into the larger universe. But that was definitely like fan service for like really deep cut fans. So I understand Jack's gripes with it. It's definitely like the guy who plays Han in that movie, just like he can't replace Harrison Ford for me, and that's like really tough to see. I'm pretty fine with like their depiction of the Kessel Run though, and like most other events in the movie, I guess are fine. I like getting to see Han and Chewie meet. I thought it would be a little more than like such a quick meeting and like almost killing each other and then escaping, but I guess that's fine. Yeah. Let's see. My next one, these two are like tied for me. So Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. There are definitely elements I really like. I have a lot of trouble with the CGI. It's really bad. The dialogue is really tough in some parts. Like the I hate sand line. Like I just have a lot of trouble with like George Lucas's.
And rough. It gets everywhere.
Yeah. A lot of trouble with his dialogue. And honestly, like I think that's a big problem. It's like the original three were not. I don't know if A New Hope was, but the other ones weren't. I know Empire and Return of the Jedi weren't actually directed by Lucas. He's just kind of like a creative overseer. And I don't know, I guess just like with so much money and power, he did Star Wars in his own way, and it just wasn't exactly what we wanted to see. But I love elements, and I love the story of seeing Anakin grow up. but yeah, other than that, like they're not my favorites. I like the arena battle. I'm fine with the arena battle. But anyway, uh, next is Rise of Skywalker. I I had a lot of trouble with Rise of Skywalker. I started off really disliking it, then I really liked it, then I disliked it again, and then I saw it a fourth time, and I was like, okay, I can reconcile this in my mind. I guess basically the way I'll reconcile it is just like I my biggest problem was just that it, yeah, like Jack said earlier, it downplays Darth Vader's storyline and kind of like the balance to the Force. Um, but I think it's really cool to see the Chosen One is different through different generations of Jedi. And I like that scene where everybody's like encouraging Rey. You hear all the Jedi from the past. That just like really hit me right in the feels. But we'll talk more about the Rise of Skywalker later. Um, I guess next would be Rogue One for me. I really like Rogue One. I think it's really good. Basically, from here on out are all movies that I really like. I don't have any complaints really. Um, Other than K2SO might be a little bit too quippy for my taste, but like I think he's really funny and I like him. So I don't know. Next is Revenge of the Sith. I feel like the acting was much better in Revenge of the Sith for one. Um, there's definitely like I love seeing the dramatic conclusion of Anakin's story arc and that change into Darth Vader. Like that's so cool. The fight scene between him and Obi-Wan. There's some great lightsaber battles in Revenge of the Sith. Um, you've got Obi-Wan, General Grievous, Obi-Wan, Anakin, Count Dooku. You've got Yoda, Palpatine. You've got Obi-Wan, Anakin. Those are just all really good ones. All ones I'd watch in a YouTube compilation in a day. Yeah, I like Revenge of the Sith. Return of the Jedi. I really enjoy it. I love it. It's the conclusion, the original conclusion. The fireworks at the end are a little bit much for me, but I don't know. I think it's a beautiful movie. I love the way it ends. I also like the Jabba's palace whole scene story arc. Um, let's see. Force Awakens I really like. I don't know. I don't know why I really put it above Return of the Jedi. They're about equal in my mind. Just like good, solid films that I enjoy and I would watch just about any day. Um, and then I guess kind of tied, honestly, for my first place are Empire and New Hope. Like, I'm pretty happy with either of them. I wouldn't put one above the other, but I do love, I think formally I'd put New Hope and then Empire. So I'm agreeing with you there because um, I think that I just like Boba Fett. I like the places they go in The Empire Strikes Back better than in A New Hope, but I love them both. Yeah, so that's my list. This will be a little bit longer, I guess.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
We'll be back tomorrow chatting about some Star Wars video games that we really liked in particular.